Are you ready? I am. So you got the spot, huh? Well, I'm coming for it. And there's nothing you can do.
Welcome to ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith Ball Baez and Prather. Here's your host, Theo Dorsey.
Good people. I can't believe it's already week 6 of high school football. It's your boy Theo Dorsey, and it's time now for the high school game day. The whole recap from week 6. It's one of those nights where the pretenders separate themselves from the contenders. For the teams that started off the year hot, could they keep that streak going? Could they keep that momentum going forward? We'll see, and we'll also see if that started off where our game of the week was, the HSS Florida game of the week in Wellington. We had Palm Beach Central hosting Jupiter, and the band was tuned up for the game of the week as we had number 6 versus number 4 and fast scoring on the second play from scrimmage. Come on. That's what you're looking for when you have a big, tightly contested game. Coach Thompson said something at the halftime because it was 10-10 at the half, and guess what? It was all Broncos in the second half. They would shut out Jupiter 16-zip after the intermission, and the Broncos, they're now in the driver's seat for the district title. They get a guaranteed home playoff game if they're able to seal the deal. 26-10 to win. Jupiter suffers their first regular season loss since early September of last year. Wow, incredible stuff out there in Wellington. Fort Pierce Central at number 8, Vero Beach. I mean, we had some upset alerts. We had some upset alert on those Fighting Indians, but I don't know if they thought that was believable. Just a few weeks ago, the Fighting Indians were 0-3 on the year. Things starting to turn around in this one, all Vero Beach. They shut out the Cobras 35-zip. Winning it on all 3 phases. Look at that. I mean, when you're getting those kind of plays, turning positive plays out of special teams, that's when you know that you got the ball rolling. They've now won 3 straight. Vero Beach 3-3 on the year. They win it 35-zip. Booker T. Washington is going to come to the Citrus Bowl next week as Vero will try to go over 500 for the first time this season. How about number 3, West Boca versus Dwyer on the road? The Bulls outscoring opponents by 104 points coming into the night. Oh my goodness, look at that catch. One hand, reeling it in. That's Trey Morgan to Jordan Walters, and Walters does the rest of the work. They didn't really score in the first quarter. It didn't matter because they would score in pretty much every quarter since then. The defense doing the work. Big sack from Jamar Thompson. And then here we are in the second half. Moran taking it himself. West Boca remains undefeated. 42-zip to win. The West Boca Bulls still undefeated, 5-0 on the year. Stoneman Douglas at number 5, Boca Raton. Beautiful skies following Hurricane Helene as the number 9 Boca Bobcats try and stay undefeated, and it's because of plays like this. This is a punt. They're yelling, Peter, Peter, stay away. But you know what? Jordan Davis has never seen a football he didn't like. He goes and scoops it out of the air, takes it into the end zone, and he scores 6 in week 6. How about this? Aiden Ellman, right up the gut. Positive plays on first down. That keeps you in front of the sticks. It keeps your offense wide open with play calls. And when you're Coach Sav and you got everything at your arsenal, you bring the guys together. You say, hey, just find Jordan Davis. He's out there somewhere, and he lives in the end zone. Jordan Davis had 3 first-half touchdowns. Boca had explosive plays all throughout the night, including this trickeration right here. Mason Chapman to Robert Parham to Jordan Davis up the sideline. Not a touchdown, but a big game. Boca Raton wins this one 53-zip, a shutout. They've only allowed 28 points through the first 5 weeks of the season. Westminster Academy at American Heritage. Oh, Minions. I like that. Nice little sign there. It's a Minion night at American Heritage. Stallions looking for their first win, or their first four-win season since 2019. That's not helping. Last play of the first quarter, tip ball, pick 6 for Westminster. The game's tied at 7 apiece. American Heritage would answer, though, a long touchdown run. That's senior quarterback Mason Caston. And he's casting a spell on the defense because they were shook by his moves. Big touchdown right there. Late in the second, Where's Peyton Surtain? Somebody know where Peyton Surtain? Oh, he's wide the heck open. Bobbles the catch, but he seals the deal. Number 5 gets in for 6, and then the Heritage defense going to dominate in the second half. They win this one 27-14. They move to 4-1, and you know what? For Heritage right now, look out, because they're not playing any games out there in Delray Beach. They're looking to make some momentum and carry that into the rest of the season. Now, the Palm Beach Gardens Gators, they picked up their first win of the season tonight. They also picked up a victory earlier in the week. Our Brian Rowitz, he actually was with the Gators for their big win off the field.
It was fins up in Palm Beach Gardens today as the Miami Dolphins and Baptist Health Orthopedic Care presenting the Palm Beach Gardens Gators with some new gear, equipment, and cleats to enhance their football program. The Gators, the lucky recipients, and today surprised for their efforts. The donations are part of an ongoing effort to support, celebrate, and empower student-athletes in the South Florida community. In addition to their new swag, the Gators also receiving new Guardian caps to help keep players safe. And days like this are big for the future of Gardens football.
It means everything. Of course, this is a Title I school, so any resources that we can get that helps our team, that helps our kids, helps us stay safe. It's just an awesome feeling. Our kids are going to be able to benefit from it. And, from an overall program's perspective, it allows us to save some money and put it towards other places where we're able to use it.
Yo, those Dolphins caps were crispy, absolutely crispy. Also pristine, how about our top 10 scores from the week presented by Safebound Moving and Storage? Who's moving up? Who's moving down on the top 10? Well, you can take a look right here. The number 1 team in the area, Atlantic, at 4-1. They had a bye. Cardinal Newman had their game canceled. They're still 5-0. You get the win from West Boca, but look at right there. Number 4, Jupiter. They lose the game of the week against Palm Beach Central, 26-10. We'll see how much that impacts how the voters direct their destination. Kings Academy is going to play on Monday. Their game was rescheduled thanks to Hurricane Helene. Helene the hater, as we call her out here, because she postponed so many games. Palm Beach Central through number 9, Boca Raton, all picked up wins. And then we have a postponed game out of Santa Lucia's at number 10. So again, doesn't look like anybody will fall out of the top 10. But the question is, did any of those teams receiving votes get enough love, show enough promise this week to force their way in? Time will tell. Because of Hurricane Helene and the postponements, we're likely going to be releasing that new list on Tuesday. So stay on the lookout. If you don't see it on Monday, don't go DMing us acting like we're late. We are adjusting stuff on the fly. That's what happens when Mother Nature tries to wreck shop. Speaking of wrecking shop, how about a little 2-minute drill? Dos minutos. I tried my best right there. St. Andrews, they did more than just their best. They did the thing at home tonight, hosting Somerset Prep. A win tonight and they get the district title. They did just that, 34-19, back-to-back years with district championships. How about Palm Beach Lakes versus Wellington? The Wellington defense at home making plays. The Wolverines get the home shutout. They beat Palm Beach Lakes 31-0. They're looking to get to 500 next week at Dr. Joaquin Garcia. Martin County well above 500. Another huge win for them tonight against Olympic Heights, 52-0. That was Paul Hendricks on the touchdown. Later on, you got the sophomore Louis Manny. They're scoring. And then we have Miami Country Day over Berean Christian. A rough game at home for Berean. They fall to Miami Country Day 39-0. The second time this year losing to that team because there's, different circumstances in that league. I guess you get to play people twice in one season. I don't know. I haven't called on that. We'll figure those things out. That was a 2-minute drill. You can always find the full highlights of those games on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. That's where we cover everything. Of course, we have the best coverage all the way through Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Ask anybody. They'll let you know. Ask anybody around the area. They'll let you know that the plays of the week, well, you get to get involved and vote on those. So lock in right now. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at ESPN Top 63, as well as on Instagram at ESPN West Palm. And when you check out these 4 nominations, you can actually vote. And whatever you pick, we're going to give it to you as the play of the week. Speaking of, let's go right to option number 1. This is one out of Boca Raton, and it's the punt return that everybody said no, 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 until all of a sudden it's Jordan Davis, and it's yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you, I was on the sideline for this one. They were yelling Peter. That means get the heck out of the way. The ball went straight into the air, but Jordan Davis didn't care. He catches it. runs it in from 30 yards out. You can vote for option 1 by making your vote count on Twitter or Instagram. How about option number 2? This one's going to be St. Andrews. The score was close in the second half until boom, bada bang. Jerron Miller, 65-yard touchdown run right up the gut. Number 5 getting in for number 6. He had 2 touchdowns in the second half that broke things open for the Scots. If you want to vote for that one of them for play of the week, well, there it is again. And he cut through that hole. 1 cut touchdown, 65 yards. That could be an option for you. Another option is option 3, American Heritage. How about this wide open touchdown to Peyton Surtain? The defense is confused, and he wasn't. Turn around, look back at the defender. Nobody in sight. Peyton Surtain. I mean, I don't even think Patrick Surtain could have covered him on that one as much as the defense was confused. American Heritage touchdown is option number 3. And option number 4, how about we go out to Jupiter? A fake punt. The up back with the jump pass, and that's going to be a first down in the game of the week. The Warriors, a little trickeration, slow it down and show it to them again. Right over the top of the defense, or shall I say special teams, and that special play earns the honor of option number 4 for play of the week. Now, you can vote on those. The democratic process is already over for where we're going next week for the game of the week. And instead of me just telling you, I thought I might as well show you, because here it is. We got this terrible towel right off the Smurf turf, right from Dr. Joaquin Garcia. This coming Friday, the Bulldogs will be hosting Wellington. And on Friday night, we're going to have C-Cat, Christian Cat, and we're going to have maybe a special guest. In to do some color commentary. I won't break that news with you yet because the contract still hasn't been signed, but it's going to be a huge night. That's where high school game day game of the week will be. Dr. Joaquin Garcia versus Wellington. So bring out your towels. They're claiming they not like us at Dr. Joaquin Garcia. Well, they'll have to prove it on Friday night, and we'll be on hand for that. So pull up on us and show some love to the Bulldogs and the Wolverines. Wow. What an incredible week 6. Gotta love it. Thank you to all my shooters out there. Thank you to Brian Rowitz, manning it behind the camera, Cade Chumslin, the technical director, and of course, thank you to the fans, the referees, the players, the coaches, and the parents. We can't do any of this without you. We'll see you next week for week 7. Thank you for another beautiful week 6.